Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to tonight's match in this Super Metroid 100% tournament. And oh boy, do we have a good one for you tonight. We have the Mr. Guy Average versus the Big Boss Man Kipp. And I am joined by MM2 tonight on comms. How you doing tonight?
Doing very well. I expect this race to be a very, very close one. I heard Kipp got almost a 120 in the race the other day, so expecting a high level of performance from him and from his opponent, MrGuyAverage. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was, as we open up, I was definitely going to go, I saw Mr. Guy Average's last race, and I believe it was a PB or a race PB for him at 118. And, Kipp, his last race, he ran close to a 120, but his play-in race was in the low 118s. So if, Kipp runs as good as he can and Mr. Guy Average hits another PB, I mean, this is going to be really close. So I am very excited. That's why I signed up for sure. I would be watching it anyway. So happy to be here, oohing and on over all of their epic movement coming up.
Yes, and do you know what's crazy about this race? The runners' PBs are just 10 seconds apart. I'm expecting this to be insanely close.
Nice, yeah. Definitely, and we love the close races here in the end. And this race definitely has playoff implications. I mean, this is the round of 16. So once you win in this round, you are in the money, and we have that awesome prize pool. You want to go into that?
Yes, we have $2,250 for this tournament, which is a crazy amount. It's the largest prize pool for any SM tournament ever, from what I've heard. So that's just insane to see the SM racing community and tournament community have grown this large.
For sure, that's an excellent prize pool, and I did see. While we are getting started here on stream, I did see that the list was published, so I just want to shout out all of the fantastic donors. Looks like we have Surian79, Jim Bean Diablo, B1ZN, Vincent RTA, Crustacean7, Shiny, Zenny, Tracy M, Maniacal, Kipp, and an anonymous donor as well. Thank you to all of them for basically making this tournament awesome and making sure all these players have a reason to show up every round.
And the races are off. They're already in Series Ridley. Not that far apart at all. This is already super close. They'll be looking to take 5 hits from Ridley's tail to get under 30 health and trigger the end of the cutscene. This boss fight isn't even a cutscene. This boss fight really is a cutscene, honestly. It goes by so fast. But the runners will now be attempting to escape series. They have 1 minute to do it. And I am confident that both of them will be able to make that. I'm expecting mid to high 40 times from these runners.
Yeah, these
escape times.
These runners have excellent movement. You do see Kipp there getting a little hung up on that ledge grab, but looks like it's still going to be quite fast. Mr. Guy Average, though, taking a slight lead out of series, I dare say.
Wow, 46 from MGA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks like he's bringing his A game so far, which is what he needs. He needs to run one of the best races of his life to make sure that he beats Kipp here. And, that's a good start right there for him.
Definitely. 46 is an incredible series time. Definitely nothing to snob at. But now the runners will be making their way to Planet Zebes, Zebes, whatever you call it. It's the place where they'll be spending the next hour, give or take, hour and change of their run. And also the final place they will be spending the next however long of their run. They'll be heading down to grab the Morph Ball and the Alpha Missiles first, and then they'll be heading back up. There are actually some extra items down there, but we'll be seeing those much, much later.
Yeah, we see them both trying to execute that early moonfall in the what is it, parlor, and looked like Mr. Guy Average made it an extra platform. So still holding on to that lead, hitting the elevator here, a little bit ahead, and couple tenths.
A few fractions of a second, MGA has a lead over Kipp, but Kipp is not falling behind anymore.
Oh no. Yeah, he's a tough opponent in any category that I've seen him race. So he is not going to go down without a fight here. And yeah, this is going to be a good one. Hold on to your butts.
Definitely. MGA using a down back strike. Kipp getting a little hung up, like you said, in that room.
Yeah.
Falling a bit farther behind.
Yeah. But sometimes, sometimes this happens. I mean, it's not a sign of how the whole race is going to go for him. Runners, even as good as Kipp and Mr. Guy Average here, they got to warm up a little. And, sometimes a race setting, there's still a little bit of nerves. I mean, there's a lot of people watching here on Speed Gaming. And you got to make sure, you just got to shake it off and hit your stride.
Definitely, nerves could definitely be playing into this.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Guy
This
Average.
is just the first 5 minutes of this run, but Miss MGA with a very, very nice D-boost in that room, like you said.
Yeah.
Now the runners will be making their way up the climb. MGA using the standard right side wall jump strat, and Kipp using the behemoth climb. Very, very interesting. The behemoth climb is one that uses ledge grabs. Kipp going to the left side at the very end. Interesting.
I don't know if I've seen. Yeah, I haven't seen too many left side exits there, but I really like those behemoth climbs. The way they look, it's just super. They just look so clean. And when executed at the level that Kipp just executed it.
Definitely. Now the runners have made their way into this room, the room with the bombs, and they'll be executing it. They'll be doing the boss fight with Bomb Terizo, the first real boss of this run. They'll be taken out probably within 20 or 30 seconds, if that.
Yeah, it's not going to take very long. Looks like Guy Average got the good drop pattern and is going to finish that off no problem. And Kipp did Kipp gained some time, it looks like, on that fight.
Definitely. Kipp pulling ahead here. Wow.
Yeah. So having a little bit better BT fight, and the lead is already going back and forth.
Yes, and I don't expect this to be the last lead change in this race. Like I said, these runners are incredibly close in skill. Oh, Kipp making a little mistake on that bomb placement, and MGA taking the lead back, I think. Nope, Kipp still has it, but just by a hair. Wow.
And we do see the damage boost through the pirates. They're remembering the beginning of this category here.
Yes, in some categories you would use missiles on those pirates in order to preserve health for the later portion of the run. But in this category, you have plenty of health for the whole run. So there's no need to use missiles and lose time. You can just walk right through them as if they weren't there.
And here we come to one of the most important, but possibly one of the simpler tricks, the early supers mock ball here, or I guess that's called mock ball, not speed ball. But in any case, you're not going to see anyone messing it up or anything, but it's just very important so we can skip score spawn, and we can basically sequence break this game and do it as fast as possible.
Very nice D-boosts out of that item fanfare from both runners. Yes, like you said, if the runners did not do this mock ball to grab the super missiles early, they would be required to fight spore spawn like the game intends for super missiles. And that's very slow. I'm
not necessarily opposed, though. It is 100%, and spore spawn's in the game. I mean, it's one of the bosses. I'm just saying.
That is
mini
true.
Bosses. No, we're not in this category, though. You're not going to see any spore spawn. The mini bosses are not required, and What this actually is, I believe, is referred to as 100% item completion. So there's a screen at the very end where it will tell you if you got 100% of the items in the game, and that is what you need to make sure your run is confirmed.
Kipp not getting the setup he wants for that very tiny mock ball out of the back room. So he had to do the setup again and lost a bit of time. So MGA has regained the lead.
Yep.
For now.
Awesome. Good movement there. Coming into Pink Bryn by MrGuyAverage. I like the unmorph and such there.
Yes, very nice down backs from both runners.
Yeah.
MGA still hanging on to his lead. Neither runner's getting the up in two, as it's called. There's a frame perfect jump you can do it while you're running off, such that it lets you get up in only 2 wall jumps.
Yep.
Very nice views from MGA and from Kipp. Beautiful.
Yeah, and already we're seeing some exceptional movement, but this run, I mean, that's basically the whole run. There's going to be, maybe 10 or 11 minutes of item fanfares, but besides that, it's just room after room of, well, in this race, probably amazingly executed movement tech. So that's 100% here. You got to have your room movements down, and you see even a slight slip up with the shot from MGA, and Kipp is back in the lead.
Wow. Yes, this category is all about movement. It's so movement focused. It's crazy. Like, I've heard it said that Hundo is death by 1,000 paper cuts due to how slight the mistakes are. It piles up over the course of the run, and before you know it, you've lost a minute or two.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. And we do get some love for Spazer in this run, as you see. For all those who are not a fan. Oh, wow. Look at that sync on that triple super opening. That's so hype. Come on, chat. Do you have clapping hands emotes or something? Let's hear it.
Kipp losing a few frames in that room there. So MGA has the lead again. But MGA not with the best ammo. He has no supers, but he'll be getting 4 from Mini Crate here. And Kipp getting 5.
More than enough. I expect both of these top runners to be doing the 2 missile, 3 super. So let's see. Yeah, they're both setting it up the same way.
If they both got missiles selected, which tells me they'll both be doing the slightly faster 2 missile, 3 super method of the Kraid quick kill. And in case you didn't know, Kraid quick kill is the method of quick killing the boss Kraid, which both runners just demonstrated beautifully here.
Oh yeah.
You just stun lock Kraid's jaw in place, and then you just fire supers at him, and he just dies right in front of you. But now both runners, having acquired the various suit, will be going down into the heated halls of Norfair for the next, few minutes. They'll be getting many important items there, including the high jump boots, the speed booster, and potentially either the ice beam or the grapple beam, depending on which route they choose.
Yeah, definitely. We do have 2 route options in this category for kind of these top runners. You've got your early ice, which puts you in a position where you have to do a really difficult ice clip or lose a lot of time. And you've got the early croc, which gives you the grapple beam, makes it a little bit easier to hit up Shack Tool. But apparently it is a little bit slower if you execute that ice clip versus executing that ice clip perfectly.
Yes, according to the most recent comparisons, late croc, aka early ice, is about 20 seconds slower overall with perfect execution compared to early croc. But early croc is much easier and much safer. Yeah. So I'm curious to see which route these runners will be taking.
Yeah, definitely. It's It's gonna be interesting. Think I think I saw MrGuyAverage do a early croc last time he ran, but I mean he is I mean this is a big match, trying to get into the money round, and facing a tough opponent. I mean I don't know if he has the early ice route practice, but maybe we see him make a change. I don't know.
It could definitely be. It could definitely be potential. He could need the. He could think he needs those 20 seconds of time save in order to defeat Kipp here.
Yeah.
But both runners with beautifully executed rooms. They're beautiful.
And as you mentioned with the PBs, I mean, if they play as good as they have, it's possible that he very well may need it. But at the moment, still maintaining a slight lead.
Yes. Neither runner forgetting these easily skipped missiles. I've seen many a runner forget these missiles and end up with 99% the most crushing way to end a run.
Yeah, I've definitely done that.
Me too.
They just take so long. You got to dip into the lava and all this nonsense. So, oh, nice, MrGuyAverage shooting a charge shot from the ground and then hitting those wall jumps. I like that.
Kipp skipping the farm there, which puts him back in the lead. Wow.
Yeah. Just like that. And Kipp using missiles on the door. So he's aware of the ammo situation, and he's playing it. He can tell that MrGuyAverage is bringing his A game today, so he is starting to make some choices to kick it up a notch.
The sync here is unreal.
Oh yeah.
Now the runners have acquired the speed booster, which will allow them to go fast. Great item for speedrunning, as you might think.
Yeah, Kipp just doing one farm, MrGuyAverage. Oh, getting no supers. Gross farm. Had to do it 3 times. And now falling a little more behind.
Very nice D-boost from MrGuyAverage. And now the runners will be heading into double chamber. Let's hope they don't fall. Very nice. I would not expect runners of this caliber to mess up in that room, but it is a very, very easy room to mess up. You can just do the wrong movements and just even fall through the platforms. And when you do, it just feels so bad.
Yeah, and there are, with Speed Booster, it's fairly easy to get back to the top, but for some reason, the platforms are never quite where you need them to, and you bonk on them and different things, and it goes bad in a hurry.
It definitely does.
And looks like we're coming up to decision time here for our runners. Let's see what Kipp decides. He decides on early croc. Huh.
And the same with MGA.
All right.
We will have this sync through the whole run. I'm very excited.
Do you know, does Kipp usually run early croc? I feel like he does, right?
I'm not certain, but I think he does.
Okay.
Andrew in chat saying yes, Kipp. Both runners usually run early croc.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's what I was thinking, but I've missed a few rounds of the tournament, so I don't know if anybody had been, heavily practicing the faster route or anything like that. I like all the crocs in the chat, though, as well as the 2 on the screen. Simultaneous croc fights. Get hyped.
MGA with slightly better croc RNG taking the lead here. Yes, Kipp with very bad RNG. Each swipe costs a few seconds, and they can add up very quickly. Kipp setting up for the wraparound shot, and I think he got it. Not sure, though.
Yeah, I've definitely seen MrGuyAverage do that before, but I didn't see him do the shot. Hopefully he did. So what do you think about the early Croc route? You like it? Don't like it?
Well, as a runner of the early Croc route, I definitely like the route. It does have a bit more RNG in the form of Croc RNG, because with Plasma, when you come back to Croc and late Croc, you just are able to take out him in one shot, and it's all over from there. But in this route, you have to depend on the RNG and hope it gives you good cycles.
Yeah. And both of them nailing that space jump, speed booster, shine spark through the door they both opened. So that was pretty awesome.
Kipp electing to not do the moonfall in that room, and losing him. I don't know how much time, but it can't be much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's much, and you saw him have a little issue with one of the early moonfalls, so maybe he's just looking to stay consistent here and keep this one close. Oh, nice grapples by MrGuyAverage, and Kipp also having, dare say, a little bit better grapples there.
Very nice from both runners. Oh, MGA, he morphs when he doesn't want to. He just loses a few seconds there. That he can't be happy with that.
Yep, and we do have the cosine room. A very nerdy math room here.
Named so because of the curve the room before the big jump takes. MGA with the spark out, Kipp doing it.
No.
MGA takes a fall and Kipp doesn't. This will put Kipp back into the lead.
But Kipp is farming, so so is MGA. Alrighty. But falling in that room is super easy and feels so bad. So no, I mean it's still a long race, so he can make that up. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
Very nice grapple on those drops there from MGA.
Oh, almost loses it again there, and Croc escape.
All right, make me a little nervous there, MGA.
Yeah.
Kipp Kojaking a super, using it when he doesn't want to. Can't be happy about that.
No, especially with as low as he's been running his ammo here. Every super precious, so gotta take care of those for a little while. Despite it being 100%, you stay on low supers for quite a while here, pretty much until you beat Fantoon, and then all of the wreck ship supers open up.
Yes. Kipp with the very nice alpha spark, MGA with the same, and Kipp executing the down grab afterwards very well, and MGA again with the same. That down grab just just prevents you from falling down and losing a few frames. It's only a few frames, but it definitely can make the difference in a race this tight.
Yeah, as close as this race. Oh, nice up and
very nice
there.
Kipp executing the hero shot, and MGA using the down grab climb there. Very, very nice.
Yeah, I really like that the way that MGA does it there, and several runners do it. I don't know if it's actually faster, but it certainly looks really cool.
Oh, Kipp falling there, and that'll lose him a few seconds and put MGA back in the lead.
Yeah, definitely. What a back and forth race we have here. Do you have a favorite yourself?
I can't have a favorite. This race is too close. I think this race will be very, very close. I think it's going to be too close to call until the very, very end.
I know, and in some ways I like an underdog story, and in other ways I feel like Kipp would fire me from comms if I went against him here. I'm kidding. He totally wouldn't, but I'm just making a joke here.
Anyways, both runners heading up the top of the red tower and onto the elevator there. They're going to be, I believe both runners here are going to be attempting the ocean fly, maybe? Ocean fly is a very, very cool strat that some runners do. It allows you to get over the ocean. MGA apparently not going to be attempting it. Will Kipp does not attempt it either.
Yeah,
Darn.
I haven't seen too many people do it over the moat here. Most of them will just spark in the next room. I think partly to conserve health, because in this category, just because it's Hondo doesn't mean that this Fantoon fight is free. And you see, even after just the short spark across the ocean here, MrGuyAverage down to 1 tank and some, and same for Kipp, 1 tank and 41. So, this Fantoon fight is still a little dangerous.
Both runners remembering to pick up the spooky missiles, as I like to call them. And now they're going to be heading into Fantoon.
In honor of October and Halloween.
Definitely. But Fantoon is, in my opinion, one of the biggest RNG portions of this run. Very nice speedball from MGA there.
Yeah.
Kipp does not attempt the speedball there.
Yeah, that was... He is executing right now. I hope he can keep it up for the rest of this race.
And Kipp not. This to me signals that Kipp is going to be going for Doppler strats, while MGA will be going for X factors.
Yeah, I think a lot of runners too. I don't know if MGA is going to do it, but a lot of runners have been hitting the opening X factor and then Dopplering the second round, kind of hybrids. So we'll see what happens. Did all those hit?
They did indeed.
Okay.
Very nice Doppler from Kipp. I don't think that might not have been exactly what he wanted, but I think he might be able to make it up in the second round.
Yeah, let's see here. And yeah,
very nice 2-round from Kipp.
Looks like MrGuyAverage
and
does
MGA
that.
finished it with 2 rounds as well. Very, very exceptional from these runners.
Yeah, those were some great Fantoon fights and a lot of different, or not a lot, but showing off a little bit of different tech too. The old-fashioned X Factor mixed with the Dopplers. Oh, so good.
So now with this, Kipp is going to be slightly in the lead.
And just a note here, health is still an issue, especially going into Spiky Room of Death, and they have identical health. I guess you can't call it identical. It's off by 6, but as near as makes no difference. So definitely management of that is going to be important in the next room.
Yes, in this route, wrecked ship health management is key. Not as key as it is in early ice route, where you have 1 less energy tank for this section.
Yeah.
But it still plays a very important part. And the thing is, if you do not have enough health for the Gauntlet Spark coming up, then very nice D boost from Kipp. But if you don't have enough health from Gauntlet Spark, then you'll have to take the ship refill, and that loses a lot of time. Very nice grapple in the previous room from MrGuyAverage.
Wow! Did you see that entrance by Kipp?
Yes, that was very nice.
Oh, MrGuyAverage going for it, but missing it and getting really hung up here.
MGA
down to 1.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Pops is reserved. This is not good.
All right, he's all right. He's got 70 left.
It's not over yet. Not over until you grab the E-tank.
Wow, but that was a really impressive entrance into Spiky Room there by Kipp. Very aggressive, and I'm loving it.
Okay, MGA. Made me nervous that jump there.
Yeah, like you were just talking about, though, that is an issue for the Gauntlet Spark later, as one of the backups to, if you don't have enough energy there, is to pop your reserves, which Kipp can do, and now MrGuyAverage might not be able to. Yeah,
Very nice grapple deboost from MGA. That's very nice. In the past, I've seen him scoping out grapple strats for wrecked ship, in particular in the community Discord, and it's been very cool to see what he's been able to come up with. Very nice attic from Kipp so far. Very nice, very clean. Let's see if MGA can match him. MGA going for a different strat from Kipp.
Yeah, nice speed keep there at the end to take out those last two enemies. Yeah, I don't usually see it done that way. I think Kipp's strat was a little faster, but that certainly looked cool with the speed keep at the end.
Definitely.
And the speed booster conserves some ammo. I mean, at this point, missiles not really needing to be conserved that much, but you do have a lot of robots. If you end up not being able to clip through them, then there might be a few issues.
Kipp getting a little bit more of a lead than we've seen in the previous portions of this race, but it's only a few seconds, which is crazy. Like usually at this point, we've seen a very large gap develop between the runners, but MGA has kept it down to a couple seconds.
Yeah, so, I mean, a fanfare in a few seconds. I mean, maybe 10, 13 seconds behind.
Yeah. Fanfare, a room or two. It's very close.
And very doable, as well as pulling it back. In a long hundo race, sometimes someone will be a minute behind, but at this point, a few seconds can be made up for sure. Looks like MGA set up for the charge. No, he didn't. Okay, he kind of paused for a second.
Yeah, maybe he went for the bowling spark and he didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, bowling spark uses up quite a bit of energy as well as taking a spike hit. So,
Andrew in chat pointing out that MGA has a menu on Kipp, so it's closer than it seems. That's very important because that Kipp is going to have to menu in order to turn off Spazer for the Meridia portion of this run. But MGA has already done that. So MGA is about, I'd say, 3 seconds closer than it appears he is.
Okay.
Kipp with a very nice diagonal spark up there. Grabbing the wrecked ship reserve tank.
And a little high five action as Kipp runs out of this room as MGA runs in.
And Kipp now with his gravity suit.
So yeah, we are coming up to what we expect to see as the Gauntlet Spark. You want to talk a little about that at all?
Yeah, so the Gauntlet Spark is... There's an area in this game called the Gauntlet, and it's very long and linear. And there's a trick called the wraparound shot, where if you shoot a charged shot at a specific point in a specific way, then the shot will pass through the ground and into a copy of the room out of bounds, really, and open the door from the other side of the room. Kipp will be coming up to it in a few seconds, letting that power run running through for speed.
Yeah, and from
very nice spark. I haven't seen that strat actually. Very nice.
And from my understanding, people have told me I think that the having Spazer on actually makes this wraparound shot a little easier.
It makes it worlds easier, honestly.
Yeah. Looks like he gets it first try.
And the spark, you'll see him just pass through the open door there. Very nice. And then he just shoots through this room like it's nothing.
Ooh, even stops right before the door, not having to bonk or anything. I mean, probably the same time since it still gives you that animation, but
So MGA, not having Spacer, had to do a much more precise, pixel perfect, I believe, setup to get that wraparound shot to work without Spacer.
and
But he gets it there. So
yeah, and he did get it pretty quick, so he's still right on Kipp's heels.
he is indeed. But Kipp's still not having done that menu.
Yeah, and hold your breath. Kipp not doing any quick falls through there. It looked like the blocks were actually breaking a little unevenly, so no, not blaming him for taking it a little slow there. Uh-oh. Okay. MrGuyAverage saves it. You could feel him there. He didn't immediately jump. He was holding his breath, saying his Hail Marys and all that. And I mean, most people are probably familiar, but the reason that is kind of a nail biter is if you don't drop directly in the middle and break both of those, you have to go all the way back around to get that missile pack because it is 100% items, so you cannot leave that missile pack on the table.
Cannot. That loses a lot of time. I believe it's like 3 minutes or something like that. That would absolutely decide this race, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, your race, I mean, with quality runners like this, your race would be done.
Yes, but now these runners heading into the Brinstar cleanup portion of this run.
Although I guess... Oh, sorry.
They'll be grabbing the Edicoon's items here, the energy tank and the super missile pack. Kipp electing to grab the super missile pack at first. MrGuyAverage doing the same.
I mean, I guess that's not necessarily true, even in hundo percent, because I did see that clip of, what was it, Scotty's race the other day, of the Mother Brain chain damage from hell. So...
That is true. That anything can happen. There's multiple points like that in this run where if just one thing goes wrong, your run can be over instantly.
Yeah. Ooh, MrGuyAverage having a lot of trouble in that room.
Yes, the runners have just passed through the Edicoon's area. You can hear them singing on MGA's screen. And in the vanilla game, these Edicoons teach you how to wall jump. Isn't that nice? But I don't really think these runners need to learn how to wall jump. They can probably teach the Edicoons how to wall jump, honestly.
Yeah, maybe teach them to do it a little better.
Yeah, I don't think they're keeping up.
And yeah, we're in this pink Brinstar cleanup. There's a lot of cool movement here too. Maybe we'll see even a little Mission Impossible.
And there's a strat here called the Mission Impossible. I don't think Kipp's going for it. He did not go for it. Yeah, it saves a bit of time if you get it. Yeah, MGA messing up on his power bomb placement. That's going to cost. Yeah, you see that block there that he left behind after that first power bomb. He's going to have to. He just had to power bomb that away, losing him a second maybe. But in a race like this, every second counts. I think he's going for the Mission Impossible here.
Oh yeah,
he gets it. He gets it. Beautiful, beautiful.
Excellent Mission Impossible. He is having a little trouble, like you mentioned, with some of the movement in this area. Maybe he's starting to wear on him, keeping up with Kipp here, but that Mission Impossible was certainly excellent.
Definitely. So, MrGuyAverage, having grabbed this Wave Gate energy tank, you need Wave Beam to shoot through that gate and open it from the quote-unquote wrong side, even though it is the right side, as the game intends you to do it that way. There's also a super missile glitch that you can see in some randomizer runs, where you can open the gate without Wave Beam, and it's very excellent to see. But both these runners getting that. Kipp still maintaining a lead because MGA is still required to grab the Spore Spawn supers by doing a pixel perfect super missile shot to open a super missile block. To once and for all skip Spore Spawn. We will not be seeing a Spore Spawn fight today.
Oh man, pour one out for Spore Spawn.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and you do get a few intended strats, like you said. We've got down here in Waterway, just your regular speed booster gravity suit combo to get that E tank. So no short charging required. And yeah, Kipp is already out of Pink Brinstar here at about 38 minutes. So we'll see what kind of lead he's opened up here on Mr. Guy Average. I want to take a look.
Yeah, you'll see he laid that power bomb down there. But why did he do that, you'll ask me? Because, well, the reason why he did that is because there's a power bomb door up on the top right that he'll be going into a few minutes later. Not a few minutes later, near the end of the run, in fact.
Yeah.
and it's just a few seconds faster to have that door open now while you can.
Yeah, because most of the power bomb is off screen, so you just kind of run away from it, but the door still opens. And yeah, it looks like Kipp has opened up about a 30-second lead on Mr. Guy Average here. So he's getting into a little bit more comfortable position, but
very nice blockbuster from MGA. And Kipp missed that strat earlier, but MGA executes it perfectly. The blockbuster is where you do a jump with blue through the door and roll, and then do a mock ball onto the platform, maintaining your blue, and then that blue will allow you to fall through the bomb blocks in the next room, and it saves a second or two, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and Kipp did a good job getting Main Street up and 2 there, so we'll see how MGA does. He's going to take another run at it.
Gets it the second time, though. Very nice.
Yep. It's funny, the charge is harder there, but the positioning is easier. Whereas if you do the backup from the higher platform, I feel like the charge is easier, but the positioning is way harder. So pick your poison in that room.
Yeah. But now the runners are grabbing the Mama Turtle, E-Tank, and missiles. Kipp, having already done so, will be high-fiving. Ooh, MGA grabbing the missiles first. There's a grapple strat that I think he's going for. He's got grapple selected.
Yeah, I saw this just once the other day.
Very nice, very nice. That's an incredible grapple strat there. Props to MGA nice for even going for that, and even bigger props for getting it successfully. That's incredible to see done.
For sure, MGA not out of it yet, bringing all he has.
Definitely.
And we do see that menu there from Kipp during the charge there, or during the Shine Spark. So that he is caught back up with the menuing.
He is indeed. And if you notice, he also, in addition to turning off Spazer, he turned off Various Suit there. Now, why would he turn off Various Suit? There is a glitch at the end of the game called stand-up glitch. It does not require you to have Varia off, but it's much safer and easier to execute if you do turn Varia off. And the glitch will save around 20 seconds, so I'm almost certain that both runners will be performing it. And it allows you to stand up during the cutscene after Mother Brain 2's death and do charge shots into her head while the cutscene is still going, thus saving time for the Mother Brain 3 fight proper.
Yeah, if executed, perfectly, I think most of the time you would end up with just one charge shot in that third, or one hyper beam shot in that third phase, and then just another animation while Mother Brain dies.
Yep. So Kipp, having grabbed all the items in the watering hole area, will be now heading to the next mini-boss of this run, Botwoon. Botwoon, the water snake, the boot snake, as I've heard him called by some, will be taken down hopefully by an X Factor and hopefully 6 supers. And there's two standard methods for this: the decalled X Factor and the timing X Factor. Kipp going for the decalled one. He just gets it too far right, and this will not be good.
Wow, did he save that? Wait, no, he didn't. Okay.
He gets a 2-round, which is nothing to snob at. But
yeah,
MGA could definitely save time if he gets a 1 round on Botswood.
Yeah.
MGA also going for the decalled setup. Looks good.
Oh no! But it hits! Clutch!
It's
anyway. He didn't get enough missiles. Oh wow! Oh, that was insane!
Wow!
So having very similar fights.
Yes, indeed. Kipp going through Coliseum now. MGA also going to be going through Coliseum. Let's see if he goes for. I think he's going for the full halfie here.
I think he's got it. Yeah, and Kipp didn't get it.
He gets the full halfie, and Kipp did not do that shot, so this could be another chance for MGA to catch up.
Yeah. It does look like MGA has definitely made up a little time.
Very nice grapple strap from MGA. And now we're in the next boss fight of this run. So this is Dragon. The runners are going to be wanting to execute an X Factor followed by some Shine Sparks on Dragon to deal massive damage to her. Kipp going for the Rain Dance opener, as it's called, getting it very well executed.
Yeah, I like the Rain Dance. Great name, great strat. Oh, going for blue suit but missing it.
Blue suit.
And Kipp lets the shrimp get off the screen.
3 rounds.
This is leaving the door open.
Catch up if
and,
very nice. MGA gains some time
suit.
back. And MGA gets the blue suit. So he's going for spike suit, I think. Does not get it. You see those arm pumps of frustration there.
Yeah.
We all know it.
Yeah, but just like how he had a little bit of faster entrance, getting the full halfie, he is going to have a slightly faster exit with this blue suit. Not as fast as with the spike suit, but still a little bit faster.
Definitely. Kipp not get...
no. Kipp had a spike suit. Never mind.
Kipp did indeed get a spike suit.
Wow, I didn't even see it. I'm sorry.
Oh, me neither. But MJ with the blue suit, and he sparks out perfectly with that womple jump technique. And very well executed moonfall out.
All right, so can you explain why it's a womple jump?
I don't know. That's just the name. I have no idea where the name Womple came from, but all I know is that's the name.
I know that's the name, and I feel like I even Googled it the other day, and I couldn't figure out where it came from. So, oh wow, Kipp taking some speed echoes to get down a little bit faster.
Kipp choosing to pick up the aqueduct items here now, as opposed to on the second loop like MGA will.
Yeah.
So for a little bit, we will not be able to detect properly which runners in the lead just by looking at where they are.
Yeah, but
anyway,
Kipp definitely still has the lead at the moment, but I think after that, after the issues in the shrimp, that it's a little bit closer than it was.
Oh, definitely.
And here we're coming up to everyone's favorite part, the Shack Tool. And you see all you have to do is grapple that block, and you can just jump right up instead of any crazy ice clips or anything.
Yes, in the early ice route, which neither of these runners are doing, you pick up Ice Beam and do an ice clip into this area, which is slightly faster the route in general, but it definitely has higher volatility and is much more dangerous.
Yeah. And what I mean, what is it if you miss it once? It's basically slower. I feel like I've heard, or is it twice?
I feel like it would be closer to 2 or 3 times if you miss it that many. We have Shaq Tool Sync on Speed Gaming. MGA moving into the next room. And he's going to be picking up the spring ball. The treasure Shaq Tool is guarding. Guarding this treasure for the past 47 minutes, I believe. And the runners have come to claim it.
Yeah. So, do you leave Shaq Tool alive for dispensing such a useful item?
I don't know. We'll see what the runners think. MGA firing all those missiles, but does not manage to murder Shaq Tool. Shaq Tool lives another day on MGA's side.
Yeah, no, pretty quick entrance too, using those missiles to get through the door there.
Definitely, and Kipp
doing the same.
Kipp doing the same.
Yeah. So yeah, like you mentioned, we've got a little bit more of a cleanup here. Another loop around Meridia. Kind of what you'd have to do if you missed that gauntlet fall. You'd have to do a second loop to get the other side. There's 2 sand pits, and you got to do 2 loops.
Yes, indeed.
So as you see them go for the plasma here and get all fired up, don't forget there will be round of 16 matches all week long, and all of them having important money implications. So definitely make sure to keep your eye out for all of the upcoming matches. We have some of the, just some of the best runners coming up shortly. I don't think too many, or last time I looked, not too many had been scheduled, but the Hundo King, Shiny Zenny, does have a match in sort of prime time, Saturday, this coming Saturday at 6 p.m. versus Zeb316. So if you want to see the man, the myth, legend, Shiny Zenny play, that's going to be this Saturday at 6.
Yes, and I know all the excitement's for Zenny there, but Zeb is no slouch either, so I would be very excited to watch that race.
Oh yeah, every matchup here in this 16 is crazy. I mean, you've got that match with Zenny. You've got the next match down here has Hodorube in it. Then Zost, then Sloters versus Aussie, then Behemoth and Fuzda, and Oats and Goats versus I don't know how to say that, sorry. Azulino. And then Real Cutie and Hero rounding out the top 16. So excellent runners all around.
MGA going for that very dangerous strat, but gets it. If you miss that down grab at the top like he got, then you would be soft locked and your run would be over.
Yeah, you got to be careful of the soft locks there. But just
is Kipp not going for that strat, obviously, because he got these items earlier. So I believe, oh wow, this sync is unreal. MGA having evidently made up some time here, and MGA is only a few seconds behind.
Yeah, pumping through the sand for their life here. We're going to have, looks like simultaneous fanfares on the same item. Whew, is this a close race?
Oh, yeah. So the last 2 items in Meridia having been gotten by both runners, I expect we'll see Norfair. Wait, no. Not Norfair yet. Next, we'll be seeing Kraid's Lair next, with the 1 item in there that you cannot get in your first visit.
Yeah, you don't want to forget that. Get the fabled 99% if you don't remember to head back there.
Indeed. Kept the first one out, but MGA not far behind at all.
Yeah.
Losing a few frames there, MGA, I don't know.
Kipp doing the spring ball entrance. Both of them doing the spring ball entrance.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, gotta love it. Making full use of that spring ball.
You gotta use it while you have it. Not many other categories. I believe GT Classic is the only other main category that actually gets spring ball. But Kipp, now having gotten the missile pack here, is free to leave and return to Norfair. MGA doing the same. Very nice deboost from Kipp. And MGA with the same. Wow.
Yeah, this movement is quite good. They're both those early game jitters are gone. This is a full-on race right now.
Definitely. So the first item these runners will be picking up in Norfair is the Ice Beam. This Ice Beam will be critical for its use in Turian, especially, and also for the extra DPS on Ridley. Ice Beam increases your firepower by just a little bit, but it definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, and that bouncing speedball entrance by Kipp, making it all the way through the first room there, was just amazing. MrGuyAverage went for it, but didn't quite make it all the way to the door. So just excellent display of spring ball and its power here in this game.
Oh, MGA losing a bit of time there, having to run back and gather his momentum. Space jumps up there, making me a little nervous, but he does indeed grab these missiles here. Very nice deboost from MGA, and I believe Kipp did the same.
Oh, another bouncing spring ball strat, but this time gets hung up on the little platform there. Still looked cool.
Indeed.
Oh, MrGuyAverage gets hung up really.
Oh,
had a lot of trouble in that room. Wow. And Vanilla Strats going into Lower Norfair here. Well, I mean, besides the deboost into the lava, I guess, but as designed, space jumping with the gravity suit into the fake Ridley mouth there. And they are heading for the GT fight.
Very nice deboost strat there by Kipp.
Yeah. And this is right here the reason they can't do Lower Norfair first. Gotta have the space jump to activate this statue. Ooh, nice spring ball into that room by MrGuyAverage. I like it.
Very nice.
So the GT fight in 100% here. Not really anything to write home about. They're going to stand on his foot like in every category, and with the fully charged up beam, just take him out in a few shots.
Yes, GT's AI suffers from that manipulation, so it's not very exciting of a fight to watch, but it's definitely necessary for this category.
Yeah, and you do see both of them laying that early power bomb. Kipp actually grabbed the missiles ahead of time too. MrGuyAverage will have to grab the super pack on the way out. And he already down for Kipp, and MGA also has him down.
MGA not forgetting to grab them afterward. In a race I ran with, I believe it was indeed MGA and a few other runners. 2 runners skipped GT Supers and got 99%. And I think MGA might have been one of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was quite a few weeks ago, and I'm sure he's gotten much more practice in. So he definitely will not be forgetting that item today. And neither will Kipp.
Yeah, Kipp looking right at home here in the Lower Norfair section. Just excellent movement. I would say MGA looks a little bit like the race is starting to wear on him. Had a few hiccups coming out of the Golden Chorizo room. Didn't quite get the charge, if that's what he was going for. But hopefully he'll be able to pull it back in and make the finish nice and close.
Yes, but I'd say this finish would already be crazy close. Oh, MGA losing a bit of time there with that spring ball.
Yeah, you don't always have spring ball when you go into that. Well, no, I guess you do. That is a hundo missile. Never mind. Did he get the jump? Okay, yeah, he did. All right, Kipp blazing through the key hunters there, heading down into the balls of Lower Norfair, with pretty much the full suite of ammo and items. There's not going to be too much shenanigans that has to happen down here. Even Ridley is just going to be 20 charge shots away from a quick kill there.
Yes, I'll be interested to see whether the runners employ any super missiles against Ridley, given that supers deal double damage to Ridley and can do twice the DPS, but only if you can realize that.
Yeah, I mean, with as low as Kipp is on supers at the moment, I highly doubt it. MGA fairly low as well, but he'll be coming in behind, so he might have to. Oh, and Kipp even Kojaking one into the wall there.
Yes, a very nice movement from Kipp before he got the optimal metal pirates room into the space jump through Flower House into the spring ball through the farm room, but MGA getting a little hung up in the metal pirates room, just doing the standard Flower House with the screw attack. Let's see how this Ridley fight goes.
Yeah, we've got two
Kipp.
We've got two Ridley fights happening at the same time. How close is this race? 1 hour in, Ridley is down for. Oh no, he's got another shot. Sorry. Oh, Kipp does pump a couple of supers, and Ridley is down for Kipp as MGA starts the fight.
MGA getting a few pogos at the beginning, not choosing to use supers, but this fight can definitely make the difference in this room. Oh, MGA not getting what he wants there, but
yeah, having a little trouble keeping Ridley. Oh, and resorting to the supers. Almost supers of frustration there.
I don't know if Ridley's dead.
Yeah,
I don't know if Ridley's dead. Okay, Ridley's dead now.
All right, so Ridley is down for both, and it is just a rush to the finish now. Not a lot of places for time to be made up, so for MGA to win, he's going to have to do this last section perfectly, and Kipp, he just needs to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, keep it together.
Yeah.
Oh, Kipp not getting the Wasteland speedball there. That speedball saves a few seconds. If you get it, you're just able to fly through instead of having to bomb through and waste time waiting for the bomb explosion timer to go off.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a place where, oh, nice. MGA getting the spring ball reverse Kago through those spiky platforms, getting it through both. Going back for that short charge, though, that is not going to be worth the time. Does get it, very nice, but did not make up any time there.
Yeah, if he got in that first try, he definitely would have saved time over Kipp. Would have been a big step in making this time back. Yeah. But Kipp is in a fairly commanding lead compared to what we've seen in the past portions of this race. Fairly long room and a fanfare. That's quite a lot. MGA freezing the bug. Let's see if he goes for the optimal strat in this room.
Oh, he gets it.
He does indeed get it. Very nice. Kipp not power bombing there, just screw attacking and bombing there. Suspect maybe that was to reduce lag, but I am not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I usually see the power bomb there. It looks like
Oh,
Mr. Guy
wow.
going through the spring ball strats, loving it.
Spring ball strat?
Oh,
Oh, no.
quite get it though.
Did not quite get that.
Oh man,
Hotarubi Special, as it is called.
yeah,
Named
that,
after Hotarubi, who is the inventor of that strat and one of the racers in this tournament.
yeah, one of the racers indeed. You will see them play this week in their round of 16 match, and one of the top seeds in the whole tournament, just a seed above Mr. Guy Average. Yeah, Mr. Guy Average definitely pulling out all the stops, doing all of his best room strats. Not connecting on all of them, but he's trying here. And Kipp, he's running a good clean race right now, and just collecting the last couple items in Norfair. There's a little bit more of a cleanup, but not too much left in this game. If
Yes,
they're
I'd say there's only 15 minutes maybe left in this race.
yeah,
Assuming all goes well for the runners.
so that means you all of
Oh,
you.
MGA missing the D boost. That's going to cost him. That'll cost him a few seconds, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I think I think he might be hitting the wall here. I don't know. We'll see, but hopefully he can clean it up for the end. And definitely follow both of these runners. Excellent, excellent race so far, and we're about to see a great finish. So you got about 15 minutes to click on that link and go follow them.
Yes, definitely follow these runners. They're exceptional. And as well, you should follow my co-commentator Sire1425.
Well, thank you. Yes. Well, and of course, follow yourself. If that's possible in Twitch. But no, everybody go follow MM2. Just barely on the outside commentating in. I think what were you, the 49th or 50th?
I was the 49th seed.
Okay.
I was the first one to not qualify. Oh well.
Okay, but still a good showing in those qualifiers. Right on the button, and glad to have you in the booth tonight.
Thank
definitely.
you. Yes, but definitely all of these runners who qualified definitely deserve to make it in, each and every one of them.
All right, so Kipp heading back to the Brinstar cleanup. Mr. Guy Average just on the elevator. Actually, I guess since I keep saying his full name, I should refer to Kipp as the Southern Kipp. I think is his full name there. And as you were talking about the stand-up already, one of the last items here, the X-ray that Kipp's about to pick up, actually does make the stand-up a little bit safer. There's a few chances to get kind of stuck on the ground, and you can use X-ray to save it. So an important pickup to make sure you have the 100%, but also to save it later if you happen to have a little issue with the stand-up glitch.
Yes. And also another way to get into Shack Tool, as we saw Asher attempt in a race, I believe versus Sasha Boss a few days ago. He ended up soft locking in that room and forfeiting the race.
All right, Bunny. I'll close my mouth this one time. I'll let you have it.
Yeah, I will say I did not say it was a bad route. It was an inventive route. I'll say that. It was one I had not seen before.
I'll not say what I think about that one at all. I'll let Bunny have it. But in any case, Kipp into the Blue Brinstar cleanup. And one of my favorite room names for no good reason, but that I remember Billy Mays. We have the Billy Mays room.
Yeah, we'll be seeing that in just a moment. Kipp placing the power bomb, grabbing the E-tank.
Do you remember Billy Mays?
I remember that there's 2 items in there, and both of them are required. But I do not remember Billy Mays. I'm sorry.
No reason to be sorry. Ridiculous infomercial guy. You're probably better off for not knowing. And yeah, Kipp, both of these runners on quite a quick pace. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be PB pace, but I mean, I think we're looking at some more 118, 119. I mean, at the rate they're going, this is going to be a pretty quick finish for both of them.
Definitely. And Kipp not getting that short charge the way he wants it, not missing it again. This could be MGA's opportunity to catch up.
Yeah.
Or at least a big one. Kipp finally getting it and going up the elevator. You want this charge to be able to spark through this room here, the pit room. Not this room, but the next one for Kipp. Very nice. It just allows you to fly through there and then screw attack down and grab this item.
Oh, 1 tile gaps. Foiling Kipp again.
And MGA getting the charge first try.
And MGA hitting the top of the elevator here.
Kipp struggling a bit more.
I think just 22, 23 seconds behind. So he has definitely made up a little bit of time, since he was 30 behind and maybe a little farther down in Lower Norfair. So 20 seconds is doable if, one runner gets a trick and the other doesn't here in the Torian section. You've got Baby Skip, you've got Stand-Up Glitch. There is time to be made up there, but at this point, it is probably relying on Kipp messing up for him to make that 20 seconds up.
Definitely. But Kipp getting a nice mock ball into the 230 missiles, so-called, because these are the last missiles you will get, and your max missiles that you could have is 230. So those 230 missiles, because why not?
Yeah, one of my favorite things about item collection is that there are exactly 100 items, which makes it super easy to calculate the percentage of, missing 1 item.
Yes, and I suspect we're both hoping that both runners will be getting 100% of all the items.
Oh yeah, no, I've never seen, or not never. I mean, I haven't seen either of them miss anything in this match here. Barely missing a beat on their movement, and I don't expect to see any 99s at the end of this race. But Kipp is already to the golden statues, watching the little jewels explode, and as someone pointed out, the particles hit the water in the foreground there, which I guess I noticed but never really paid attention to, and the Metroid having all of the fantastic graphics and water physics that you've come to know and love.
Of course, and some people in chat are saying that one or even both of the runners are on PB pace, and if one of them got a PB in this race, that would be crazy to see.
Oh yeah, I mean they gotta go for it. Look how close this race is. Kipp hitting the bottom of the elevator here, pretty much at 1 minute or 1 hour 12 minutes, and MrGuyAverage is going to be very close behind him.
Oh, Kipp not getting that perfect Metroid Room 1, but a very well executed. He does bonk that platform at the end.
Yeah, gonna group in room 2. Not necessarily the fastest, but making sure he has enough supers. MrGuyAverage still about 23 seconds behind. Having a better room 3. Oh,
MGA not getting that super the way he wants it.
Yep.
And Kipp will be getting that very good room 4. MGA not going for the grouping shots, saving a few seconds.
Yeah.
And Kipp gets his room 3. Oh wow! Very nice spring ball shot from MGA. Very, very nice.
Yeah, missing a super there. Oh man, so close. Yeah, the problem though is that Kipp is not the kind of runner you want to be down on coming into Torian. He can hold a lead, and I don't expect him to give it up here, at least not easily.
Oh wow! Kipp gets grabbed by the baby Metroid.
Okay,
this could be it. This could be it. If MGA gets baby skip, this could be insanely close. He could even catch up. But MGA does only have 2 supers. Let's see how he does.
He's got enough missiles to make this faster. If he baby skips, we have ourselves a photo finish. He's got it.
He has it. He does it. This is insane.
We've got MGA taking the lead.
MGA regains the lead. Wow.
All right. He's got it. He's using his last super. And here he goes.
Wow.
He is going to be a little slower on the Mother Brain 1 fight because of not having any supers, but he is in the lead and gets that down back. Try. Oh
very
boy.
Nice. Let's see. Kipp just gonna bust through that first Zeb. He's gonna be going for the spring ball. Let's skip. Very nice.
Gets it smooth like butter from Kipp. All right, this is gonna be so close because Kipp has supers, and MGA has MB1 down, and Kipp has Mother Brain 1 down. What are we, seconds apart? What was that, 2, 3? This could be the upset of the century. MrGuyAverage taking a little early damage off the Mother Brain head.
That's very, very smart from MGA.
Ooh, I mean, I knew this was going to be a good match, but did you think this was going to happen?
No, I had no thoughts in my mind of this. 20 shots from with the maximum beam combination on Mother Brain, and then the fight will be over. The runners will then want to damage down to above 700 but below 800 health in order to perform the stand-up glitch optimally. MGA does not have Varia off, which will make his stand-up a bit riskier, but Kipp does, so that will make his stand-up a bit safer. Let's see if MGA gets it. Oh, MGA does have Varia off. I did not see him turn Varia off.
Yeah, I think he did it. I think he did it during that very first menu. He just did everything right at the beginning.
It could be.
So the baby's going to hit at 37 on MGA's side. And 42. We have a 5-second race here, people. Get hyped. All right, so this very possibly could come down to how good your stand-up is. Have you practiced it? Not everyone's is as good, and one-shot hyper beam is optimal, but if you need 3 or 4 and your opponent only needs 1 or 2, that's precious time here in this super close race. Dare say MGA being a little too conservative there, waiting for the Metroid. You do need to be careful with stand-up, but this is a 5-second race. You need to kick it up a notch there. And you want to talk about sync. I know we had a pretty close race the other day with the elevator sync of route divergence and all that, but this is the end of the game here, and these runners are just seconds apart.
Kipp not getting the baby hits he wants. This could be it.
Yeah, neither of their stand-ups, I dare say, were that good, but MGA still has the lead. Only needed 3, actually. That was pretty good. Never mind. Kipp still going after it. Kipp only needed 1. Never mind. I'm an idiot. That was okay. That was a really good stand-up, I guess. Sorry about that, Kipp. So Kipp definitely making up a little time with the stand-up. Sorry, this is just so close, and you still have the
MGA
escape.
bonking on that platform. Let's see if Kipp does.
All right, no shenanigans. Just do your regular spark. Yep, there you go.
It's the standard spark from MGA and from Kipp, and MGA doing the final moonfall there.
Hold your breath. In comes MGA. Let's see if Kipp falls in the escape. Oh, sorry.
All right, MGA did not.
I thought he was on the other side of the wall.
This is MGA's race to lose, I think. I'm thinking this is MGA's race to lose.
I thought he was on the other side of the platforms. My bad. Yeah, MGA on the surface. There's not really anything Kipp can do at this point, and I think MGA has it.
I think he does. Just a room and change.
And there it is.
And
MGA.
there it is.
It is the ship. And he does take the match with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 18 minutes, 24 seconds, improving his PB by 30 seconds and winning this match. That's exactly what he needed to do to win this match, and he did it. GG to MGA.
And
also,
Kipp,
GG to Kipp. Yep, call it out.
Kipp having it finished in second place with a time of 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 36 seconds, according to SRL, just 12 seconds apart.
Yeah, and Kipp, I mean, still having a 1:18. That is a blazing fast time. GG to Kipp. Wow, that finish. I was trying to watch them both, and I couldn't even. I didn't even realize Kipp was on the other side of that wall, and I thought he was falling. But yeah, what a close finish. We do need to wait. I mean, a close finish like this, we do need to wait for that 100% screen, but I would highly doubt that either of them had any issues with that. So it is not necessarily official yet, but almost there.
Indeed. But I'm confident that both runners got all 100 items.
Yeah, wow. Wow, so a little bit of an upset there coming in off the qualifying. MrGuyAverage was the 10th seed and Kipp was the 7th seed with an almost 1 minute faster qualifying time than MrGuyAverage's PB. So that was quite the race there. MrGuyAverage racing his heart out. It looks like we do have Kipp in chat. GG Kipp, welcome.
Hey guys, GG, what's up?
GG to you, Kipp. Very, very strong showing from you. I'm super impressed with what you put on. Tell me a bit about your race. How did it go from your side? What do you think?
Well, most of it went really well. Since the qualifiers, I've played very little Super Metroid and haven't really had a ton of time to practice and stuff. But the last couple of days, I was able to kind of get some time to sit down and try to grind some things out. So I felt pretty primed for a PB, and I think I played really well through most of the run. I think I golded like 3 or 4 splits tonight, which was good. But unfortunately, I just had a lot of kind of smaller errors in the end and then big errors in Torian. I mean, you can't expect to win a race against somebody who's basically equal to your skill level in this category if you're going to run a Torian like that. So I'm actually a little surprised that it was not worse, given how bad the Torian was. I mean, I lost 36 seconds in Torian versus my PB. So,
wow.
So anyway, it was a good run for me other than the end, and MrGuyAverage has improved a lot. I think his PB is either better than mine right now or like a few seconds behind mine, so I knew going into this it would be a great match, and it looks like it lived up to it.
According to SRC, MGA's PB is 10 seconds behind yours, Kipp, just so you know.
Yeah, and honestly, I would consider him the favorite in this matchup. I know that might not be what a lot of people would assume if they're not paying attention, but even though his PB is only 10 seconds behind mine, he's run a lot more paces faster than any pace I've ever run in his last several streams. I scouted him out a little bit as I do with opponents. So He's been really burning hot, and I think he's gonna have a real nice PB here in the near future. I'm not really disappointed that I lost the race. I'm more disappointed that I had a pretty solid shot by the time I got to screw attack. I feel like to run a 117, which was my goal by the end of the tournament, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it tonight. But I'll probably run it a few more times until I get that marker before I quit.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a great run from you as well, and appreciate the. I know you may not appreciate it, but that Torian definitely made for a photo finish from you guys. So I appreciate the post finish altogether.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I knew I didn't watch his whole run the whole time. Usually, when I'm racing like this, obviously, I don't do this during rando because that's different. But during the normal speedrunning races, I usually watch the opponent, not like room for room, but I'll check in like every 10 minutes or something like that just to kind of get a sense. And so when I got to G4, I saw that I was ahead, but I knew that if I missed baby skip, it probably wasn't going to be enough. And I didn't really miss baby skip because I was nervous or anything. I just barely, sometimes you just barely make a mistake and it kind of costs you, and that's one that you can't really make. But I don't really feel like I threw the race away on baby skip. There was actually a lot of other places where I played like significantly less than normal, and I feel like if I had been able to execute on those, I still would have won. So overall, I'm pleased other than the end. But great tournament. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, and now Mr. Guy Average gets to move forward and face Behemoth, which I'm a little jealous. I faced Behemoth twice in the 80% tournament a few years ago, and it would have been fun to race him again, but he'll get a nice chance to run against the world record holder, and that'll be cool.
Definitely. So now I'm going to take the chance to ask Mr. Guy Average the same question. Welcome, Mr. Guy Average. Can you tell us a little bit about your run? How did it go? What are your thoughts on it?
It was horrible. Yeah, I don't know. Early game was actually really good. I think me and Kipp were like neck and neck the whole time, and that made me really nervous because I hate close races. Either I like to be far ahead of the guy or I like to be really far behind, and both of the times I'll be super chill. But when it's really close, like I don't know, something about it's just like really gets on your nerves. So yeah, I played really, really well for a lot, like the first half, and then when I was on PB pace is when I start to throw, and I got to Lower Norfair, and then I just threw away a PB pace, threw away the 117, and it was kind of sucked a lot.
Yeah, that can definitely happen, but you put on an incredible showing defeating Kipp here. So definitely GG to you. Great race.
Yeah, Kipp's a great runner, man. Like, I'm pretty sure most people would think I'm the underdog here. I'm pretty sure most people don't even know who I am, so yeah.
Well, I disagree. As I mentioned earlier, I think people might have that perception just if they're not paying attention to what's going on, but I actually think right now you're more geared up to have a bigger PB than me. And also, congratulations on your 44. Didn't you run an old route 44 recently?
Oh yeah, that was I think a week or two ago. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So GG. But that was a lot of fun. Honestly, I told some friends before this tournament started, I was like, here's what I think will happen in this tournament. I'll probably place in the top 10 seats. I'll probably get a bye. My first round opponent will be, a good player, but I'll probably be heavily favored, and I can probably cruise. Then if I make it to the second round, it'll be against someone where it's like a really tight race. And then if I happen to win that one, I'll get killed in the next round. So it basically turned out exactly like that. Only Mr. Guy Average won, and he's gonna no offense, but I would say you're probably an underdog against Behemoth. So but yeah, it was a lot of fun racing you, man. And I think that's the first time we've raced.
I think so, yeah.
It was certainly a great one. So glad to have seen it. Mr. Guy Average, I think that's your second race PB in as many weeks. So it seems like you've been hitting it pretty hard here in this 100% tournament. Are you primed and ready for the Behemoth fight next week?
No, not at all. I need to practice a couple more years before I'm ready for Behemoth. But yeah, just so it's clear, my PB is 10 seconds better than the race time I got, but yeah, it's a race PB.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, I think As long I just want to get a 117. If I get a 117 in the race against Behemoth, that's fine. I'll be perfectly fine with that.
By the way, chat pointing out something that is true that I forgot. MGA and I are the first people to race this week, and today's like the first day to race anyway. And technically, Behemoth still has to beat Andrew, my boy Andrew. So I guess you never know. I mean, Behemoth could decide to try to do some kind of weird X-ray climb and then get soft locked or something. So who knows? Who knows what'll happen out there?
No one would ever try that. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, you could definitely something could definitely happen. And after all, this is Super Metroid.
It is Super Metroid.
Yeah, any further comments from you racers?
I'll just let MGA have the last word. And also, thanks, guys, for the commentary. Guy Average, it was a lot of fun. I wish you good luck in your next round as well as any future tournaments. I think you're going to be in the SpeedGaming live tournaments, or at least one or two of them coming up, so that'll be cool. And I've had a lot of fun in this Hundo tournament. This is like my least favorite category, but I've actually learned to like it a lot more. And it's really been fun watching the entire community run it and get PBs and stuff. So even though I'm knocked out, I'm still going to be watching and having a good time. So thanks to everybody, and we'll see you next mission.
Yeah, Kipp, sorry, Mr. Guy Average. I just want to say I totally agree with you on that. I didn't necessarily expect it to be like my favorite tournament, but this has been great so far. And as we saw in the race tonight, the races can be just super close. So, shout outs to you again for helping to organize it and, kicking in some money that Mr. Guy Average now has at least a taste of.
Yeah, I can't believe 300 and however many people who watch this race just watch me get straight robbed. Come on, Mr. Guy Average. No, I'm just kidding. No, he deserves it. And honestly, it's not really about winning the money for me, or else I wouldn't be donating. It's really just more about providing an opportunity for all of our great runners and community. So, no need to thank me. I appreciate it, but I'm happy to do it, and I'm happy to, serve in terms of having a great event for us. So. MGA, make sure to go spend that money on, like, I don't know, a new Super Nintendo controller or something just for the future.
I actually do need a new Super Nintendo controller. Mine's falling apart.
But yeah, MGA, definitely take it away. If any final thoughts from you as well.
So yeah, I was gonna mention, like, I'm kind of the opposite of Kipp. Hundo was one of my favorite categories, watching and running, but I never really put any time into it, more than like a week of just maybe 2-3 runs until this tournament. And this tournament is when I finally decided, I might as well practice and grind actual strats. And yeah, so that's what got me here. So, practice works.
There you go, kids. You heard it here first.
Well, this has been an absolutely spectacular race from both runners. Super close, down to the wire until the end, I'd say. But thank you for watching, everyone. This has been the Super Metroid 100% tournament. I'm your host, MM2 Nest Cartridge, and thank you for watching. See you next mission.
See you next mission.